Hi, welcome back. I'm Sifu Wayne, author of the Wing Chun Compendium series of books and head instructor of the Canadian Wing Chun Academy. I'd like to welcome you to the next in a series of video question and answer sessions. Let's head on out to the studio. Hi, welcome back. This week I'm going to spend a few minutes and talk about shifting. Now, shifting's something I've spoken about in the past, and there's just one additional little element that I'd like to add on to that. When I spoke in the past about shifting, I talked about being able to redirect heavy pressure. So if somebody was punching really hard, that you would have enough of a stance to be able to redirect their incoming pressure, whether with Pakda or Tanda or Lapda or otherwise. And quite a few people said, well, why wouldn't you just get out of the way? And I want to address that question today. So specifically, by saying most of the time when I say, we'll do this, that doesn't necessarily mean we won't do that. There's a fairly long continuum of techniques that we have in the system, and just saying that we do this doesn't necessarily preclude that we do something else as well. So I just want to talk about that a little bit today. So what we feel is that this shift, where we don't move our heels, I feel personally that that is less motion than moving my heels or shifting my weight. We have both for use under different circumstances, but if I had my choice between this and this, I gravitate towards the one that has less movement. Also, another difference that I would like to point out is this technique here, whether it's Pak Sao or whether it's a punch, doesn't matter. Because of the way I shift on my act, this shoulder goes forward relative to this shoulder, which means I get some reach. So I can enter into the space of the other person by using this type of shift. If I use this type of shift, where I move my weight, then I don't enter as far into the person's space, so I'm not as aggressive. So we have a few different methods or a few different points along the continuum that we can discuss. The first is to not move our center and be aggressive in terms of the amount of space we take. The other is to move our center and be less aggressive in how much of the original line we take. Of course, each of these have different amounts of movement required. And the third one I'm going to talk about is where either by shifting or by stepping, and I'm not going to either say good or bad against either of these, but the third way is to move the heel. So in the first one the heel stays, in the second one the heel stays, and if you need even more space, you can move the heel. And of course, I'm presenting these in what I believe to be the order of minimum movement to increasingly more movement. So that's all I really wanted to say about shifting. for this week. As usual, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to talk about next week. Please feel free to send me some emails or telegraphs if your telegraph machine is still working. Until then, thank you very much. Bye for now.